Success is to be measured, not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Booker T. Washington. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Uncle Marv podcast. I am your host, Uncle Marv, coming at you, as per usual, Monday night, 8 p.m. Today is February 15th. A lot of you had off work today. I did not. So I am here joining you anyway, and I will not be having a guest this evening. I had a very busy last week, could not confirm or twist anybody's arm at the last minute to join us. So it's just going to be you and me, mono e many. And if you have questions that you'd like to ask during the show, I am streaming live on Facebook and the YouTube. So you can put them in the chat. I will see them and try to answer them. I also will be entertaining if somebody really wants to come on the show and join me, let me know. I will give you the link that you can come in and join me and sit side by side, ask me questions, tell me stories, and share anything you'd like to share with the masses of tens of people that will be watching and listening to the show live this evening. I do want to start with one little story I got, and it's not really an update, but our good friend Todd Shoemaker, I don't know if many of you know this, but he is putting together a documentary of his life. If you know Todd from Palm Beach Atlantic College, which is now Palm Beach Atlantic University, he is somebody that the doctor said many years ago should not be around, and I think it's now coming up on 18 years later, he is still here, still going strong, and basically calls himself the Blessed Overcomer and believes in the healing power of Christ to sustain him and get him through. And his story has already been in a book. I have posted about that on the show before, giving you guys a link. I'll put another link in there so you guys can see it if you want, called The Blessed Overcomer. But he is now doing a video documentary. Just recently, when Todd was able to run again, he committed to running 500 miles. And this was pre-COVID, but he still ran and was able to complete that on the steps of the old First Baptist Church in West Palm, right around the corner from the school that we all went to. And I did not make it there to see him, but he did that run and finished it. And like I said, is going to be doing a documentary on his life. He has given me permission to let you see one of the trailers from that. So I am going to share that now. And it is titled Running for the King. Let me start it over here. Featuring Proverb Newsome, Dead Man Running, the Todd Shoemaker story. So give a quick watch.
Hey God, it's me. Thank you for giving me
I lace my shoes
a
up.
chance at life.
I hit the road. I'm ready to run. I'm not running from something, but to someone. That someone is Jesus, who keeps me running through this crazy,
Thank you.
beautiful, journey.
Allow me to run again.
A journey that leads me through storms and rough seas.
Hey, devil.
A journey filled with
You
pain.
thought you had me beat.
A journey that is always trying to beat me down and steal my
You
joy.
thought you had me down for the
But the
count.
enemy can't steal my joy,
But you forgot
can't keep me
that I
down.
serve a mighty king.
I keep running. I keep fighting,
A king
running
has me running.
to the King.
Has me living.
I keep holding on to the promises of God
King
and the word every day, lifting my prayers up to the King.
has me thriving.
I keep running. I keep fighting, running to the King. I might bend, but I won't break.
The devil,
I will keep running to the
you
King.
can keep on trying.
I keep running.
But my king's
I keep
gonna
fighting.
keep on winning.
I keep my eyes on the prize. I might bend, but I won't break. I keep running. I keep fighting. I will finish strong,
Hey, God,
running to the King.
thanks for being my king.
There it is. The Todd Shoemaker story coming to a video screen or movie screen to you soon. So I will keep you updated on that as Todd gives me information. I will share that information along with you. All right, let's see here. I don't really have a whole lot of major news. I do want to thank, last week we had on Chip and Tim Hart, the Hart brothers, from the times that I was at the National Junior Achievement Conference, and got a lot of great comments from people that were able to listen to the podcast after the fact. We're sorry that they missed it live. You can always go to unclemarv.com and see any of the past shows. You can watch the videos that we can have, or you can download the audio version of the podcast, which it's a little bit cleaned up in terms of audio, so it will sound a little bit better when you are listening either on the move or in the car. You can subscribe to the audio by clicking on the subscribe button on unclemarv.com. If you click at the upper right-hand corner, it will take you to all the different podcatchers that you can listen to. You can use it in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Castro, iHeartRadio. We are now there. Pocket Cast, and of course, you can watch the videos directly on YouTube. But again, go ahead and head to the website, unclemarv.com, and you can watch them from there. All right, let's see here. I did have a couple of other things, but let me do this. I want to usually I have a Florida man story. And this time it's not necessarily a Florida man story, but a Florida woman story. And I did not get the entire story because I've been busy. But, last week we talked about the fact that Tom Brady, who came down to be a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week, won the Super Bowl. He has now won 7 out of 10 that he has attended, more than any other organization, more than any other person, and is basically the greatest winner in NFL football history. And if you got to see the celebration that Tampa Bay put on, it was phenomenal. They did a boat parade through, I don't even know what the river is called, but there's the Tampa Bay, and then there's a river that kind of runs through a big section of downtown, and they did a boat parade through there. And I can't show you the video because I don't have permission to show you the video, but you got to look for it and you got to find it. Tom Brady, a man who, for the entire time that he was on the New England Patriots, didn't say jack, didn't say much, kind of mumbled and grumbled and followed the coach Bill Belichick and not really giving us great answers to questions, but has been much more talkative now that he has been in Florida. I think he has gotten a little bit loose, and it is widely believed that he got a little bit into the sauce after the Super Bowl And while he was on the boat for the parade, took the Lombardi trophy and tossed it from one boat to another boat over open water. Now, that's probably been the best move that Tom Brady has done in his career, that I even had to say, all right, pretty brass move. That's quite interesting. Not because he did it, but because he did it with actual accuracy. That puppy sailed over the water onto another boat into the hands of his tight end, and it was just as good as any throw that he threw in the actual Super Bowl game. So if you don't like football, if you don't like Tom Brady, you have to at least love the fact that he took a Lombardi trophy and tossed it across the water to another boat. Now, most people, even the ones that don't like Tom Brady, had no problem with that. If you have ever paid attention to hockey players and their trophy that they win and the things that they have done to, with, and in that trophy are basically unspeakable. So, what Tom did, not really so bad. However, if you go by the name of Lorraine Gross, you're upset. And if you're saying, well, who's Lorraine Gross? Well, I was right there with you, because up until today, had no idea who she was. Apparently, Lorraine Gross is the daughter of the Lombardi trophy designer. And that's even up for debate, because we don't know that her dad actually designed the trophy. It was rumored to have been designed by somebody else on a napkin, and he was a silversmith, which I guess is the term for people that, mold trophies. And I should probably ask, I didn't even think to reach out, but Carlson's Trophy Shop in Satellite Beach, I think Casey watches and listens to the show. Casey, if you are listening to this, whether it's today, tomorrow, whenever, reach out to me and let me know if that is the actual term that you guys use, silversmith. Never heard of it. But basically, Lorraine, whose nickname is now Karen Gross, she got offended and basically said that it was a disgrace and disrespectful that Tom treated the piece of metal that her father, Greg, crafted, and that she should get a personal apology from Tom Brady. And the best response on Twitter, and if you want to follow this story, go to Twitter, look at social media. It's fantastic. Jason Lick, the GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, basically put the GIF from Stripes with the drill sergeant that says, "Lighten up, Francis." So that was just fantastic. So the reason I say that this is a Florida man story is that apparently she lives somewhere here in Southwest Florida. So not on the East Coast on the Fort Lauderdale side, somewhere over in Fort Myers, Naples, somewhere around there. If I really cared much more about this story, I would look it up and, ask more questions about it. But I don't, because first of all, she's the daughter. And unless she's making like $10 million a year, who cares, is what I say. All right. So Lorraine Gross, Florida woman, February 2021. All right. And let's go through, let's go back to the Facebook, because I had some notes that I took. Let me see if I can find them. By the way, happy birthday, Teresa Tree Self. I wished her a happy birthday today. I believe that was today. Mike Smith, my friend, was at Chef de France with wife Dorothy. That is in Lake Buena Vista. And Mike, I should probably ask again, how are you enjoying being a Florida man? Mike is a Pennsylvania native, grew up outside of Philadelphia, and is one of two people that I know that in the last year has decided to move to Florida. And I'll be talking about them. Let's see here. What else is going on? Yeah, you can tell I didn't prepare for this show because I'm scrambling and looking for whatever. So, back to Lorraine Gross. Fort Myers is where she's from. And her job is she is the secretary at the Florida International Association of Special Investigation Units Collective. I don't know what the hell that is, but basically that is a part of Progressive Insurance. Wow. I think I'd rather talk to Flo than hear about her. Interesting. All right. So that is pretty much going to be it tonight. I didn't have much. Like I said, I had a busy week and ended up having a client emergency that had me working all weekend. And I will say this much without giving away too much information. If your IT person tells you not to click on suspicious email because it may lead to viruses, Trojans, ransomware, please listen to your IT person. This is a situation where not a regular customer of ours, not anything that we're doing major stuff with. But I got the call on Friday that they couldn't get into their network. And so went on site to find out that their files had been encrypted and they were a victim of ransomware. So I spent the weekend rebuilding a network. And I'm going to leave the story at that because it is still being done as we speak. It'll probably take them a few more days to recover. They are up and running. We took their computers back over yesterday, had them all logging in today and doing a lot of the work that they could do. They did lose some information, so they have to rebuild some stuff. But I just need to say, if you work at a place and are on the computer and your IT person says, be careful, do not click on suspicious emails, don't. It could be bad, and it was for them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching, listening, and subscribing to the Uncle Marv podcast. I am going to hop off quickly this evening, and I think I'm going to go home and go to bed because it was a very long weekend. Please remember to head over to unclemarv.com if you have any questions or suggestions for me. You have people that you want me to bring on the show and chat with, or you want to do a hangout, you can actually contact me there. Just fill out the form. It'll get to me, or you can send an email direct to marvin@unclemarv.com, and we'll get you on the show. And that's going to do it. And next week I have Bomar. And if you know who that person is, you're going to be happily impressed. Bomar from Palm Beach Atlantic is going to be on, and we're going to talk about the Bellas. And not the Bellas from Pitch Perfect, but the Bellas. And should be pretty fun. So I want to say, again, thank you, folks, for tuning in, watching, listening, downloading, and subscribing to the show. We will be here every Monday night for a little bit of time, a lot of time, as much as we need to get through the show. But until then, holla.